Hello, in this exercise we're going to export and import a tuning set. So the first thing we have to do is actually create a tuning set. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's query a few times. And then let's make a tuning set out of it. There's a number of ways to create a tuning set, but we're going to pick one way, and we're going to go to Performance. We're going to go to Tuning Sets. We're going to create a tuning set. We're going to call it Tuning Set 1. Next. Let's load it directly from the cursor cache. Let's do it right now. Submit it. Okay, right now the SQL count is 0, but we're going to hit refresh. And now the SQL count is 3. Let's edit it. See what's in there. The one I wanted was the one where I put comments were Soleo, so let's go ahead and delete these others. Okay, so now let's go back to tuning sets. So we have a tuning set called tuning set 1. I'm going to export it. Now there's a few things you need to know about exporting. First thing is the directory object must already exist in advance. So I've created this one, and I've also granted read and write privileges to public, but I also granted specifically to system. The other thing that you need to know is that the staging table schema must not be owned by sys. So that's a requirement. You'll get an error if you do. So make sure it's owned by system. I'm going to put it into users for the temporary for the staging table to be there. If you do put sys or you mess up your directory structure, you could actually, if you mess up your directory structure, for example, the directory structure doesn't exist, then you're going to get an error saying invalid operation, and the staging table will be there, and you'll have to delete it before you can try it again. So, okay, so here we are. We're going to send it to tuning sets. We're going to be owned by system, so that's good, and we're going to run it right now, so let's run it. So now let's look at the details, and okay, that's fine. It's still running. Let's refresh. Let's go to history, and it succeeded. Let's check. So let's go ahead and make sure it did. So let's go over here. Tuning sets, and lo and behold, our dump file and our log file exists. The next thing we want to do is we want to import a tuning set. We already have a tuning set there that I've already exported, so let's go ahead and delete it and then re-import it. So we're going to go to Performance, move this over just a tad, and then let's scroll down, go to Tuning Sets. We have a tuning set there, we're going to drop it. Okay, so now we don't have a tuning set, but we do have any more here, but we do in U02 tuning sets, and so we're going to import those. So let's go ahead and try that. So we're going to hit the import button. We're going to use the tuning sets directory object. So the import file name is called, what is it called? It's called this. Let's see if I can grab that and put it here. I can. So the log file, we're going to call it import.log. We're going to put the table space in there, and I think that's all we're going to have to do here. So we don't have a tuning set already, so we should be able to be good to go. So let's try that. Import. We're going to let's look at the looks like it finished. Okay, so there it is, and it completed successfully. Let's make sure of that. So let's go back over to performance, tuning sets, and sure enough, now we have a tuning set. And that's all for this particular exercise.